What's up YouTube? It's your boy Mike here with PeoplesChoiceGaming, and I need to do an updated guide for the Soma. This isn't going to be a typical guide I do with gameplay and the build and all that. It's not my normal weapon video, and I wasn't even going to do an updated Soma video because I just did one when Damage 2.0 and Update 11 came out. But what happened is I did a few weapons around then, and then there was a couple changes that made the elemental combos different. Now, most of you aren't going to need to watch this because you already understand. All you need to do is watch my newest videos and you'll know what elemental combos are the best, and then you can just make that change on your Soma because everything else stays the same other than the elemental combos for what's best now. But I've been getting a lot of requests, so basically this video is only being put up because it's a subscriber's request. A lot of people are newer to the game, newer to my channel, and they're just newer to these types of games in general. And a quick tip for you guys that you need to realize is when you're looking up YouTube videos for games where you have builds and you're looking up a build video on YouTube, any actual good YouTuber, like a real guide maker, is going to always put the patch number in their title if they're a good one. So all you need to know is what update number you're on in the game, and then look at the patch number in the title, just like how my channel is. That way you'll know if the videos are up to date enough. So you're not watching videos that are 3 updates old that are obviously going to be completely different. So make sure you know that. Now everything is the same, point strike, vital sense, split chamber restoration. We don't need to go over that. We have 4 Vs and a dash. And if you want to max out your build, you need a 4th Forma. That way you can take heavy caliber up all the way. And for Grenier, you can add that 1 extra in Hellfire. So just add 1 more V if you want to max everything out. Now for Grenier, your best elemental combo currently is Radiation. I say this because that is the best for the hardest game modes, the higher level survival and defense. Corrosive will have the better edge in regular game modes, like regular maps, but they're so easy, you're not going to need to switch to Corrosive. It's just not worth switching back and forth unless you want to, so just leave Radiation on all the time. Now, basically, if you're going for the best damage per bullet and per clip, which if you want to do very high level Grenier, very high level enemies like endless defense and survival, you need to go with the highest damage per bullet per clip build, which is going to be a Bane mod after your elemental mod. Don't put in your fire mod. It's a good damage and only a little bit less than a Bane mod, but it's still less. It's already been stat tested and everything. And also don't use hammer shot. So just like the Synapse, it's less damage than your Bane mod. What people don't realize is the Bane mod it adds damage to everything like Serration. It's not just 30%. It's to all your damage mods and your base damage, and that's how it ends up being more than if you were to add hammer shot in this. And honestly, you just have to know how to work out the equation and everything in the end. That's why I do it for you guys in the guide videos. Now, this is your best for Grenier. Now, if you're doing anything like 10-15 minutes of survival and any regular game modes, you're going to be doing so much damage, then you don't really need the Bane mod because it's overkill. So you could put a full speed trigger in instead, and that's going to give you better DPS because whenever you kill enemies in like 1 or 2 shots, it's going to be better to maybe take a little damage out and put a speed trigger in, because in the end you're going to have better DPS because overall DPS is what you're looking at. So put a full speed trigger in if you're not doing endless defense or survival. And that goes with all builds, except Infested, because you should be using Shred instead of your Bane mod. Now for Corpus, everything is still the same. I used an electric to make magnetic. Everything's still the same. And with 3 formas, you have 1 point left over, so you can take heavy caliber up 2 more ranks, which is still going to work out really well. But if you want to max out, you will need 4 formas. And for voids, the best way to do it is put your malignant force in and your electric mod to make corrosive, and that'll allow you enough points to fit a full cryo rounds and 1 point left over if you want to max out heavy caliber. My heavy caliber is 1 from the top because I haven't been able to get it all the way up yet. It's currently, just 1 from the top. So but if you want max damage for voids, not that you're going to need it to be quite honest, the Soma is going to do 100 times more damage than you're going to need it to do in Tier 3 voids, but technically your max damage build would be an infected clip instead of malignant force, giving you 30% extra damage, and you would need one more Forma. But trust me, this is fine right here. You do not need infected clip. And you get the nice status chance, and that allows you to get crowd rounds. Corrosive is the best for the heavy gunners, the Greniers, and the Ancients in the Void, and then the extra ice mod is for all the shields in a Void. It's your best all-around Void build. And you're able to take heavy caliber up almost all the way, which is amazing. Now for Infested, just take out crowd rounds, move this over. You're going to want to add Shred, so you got Puncture, which is amazing for Infested, and you got the fire rate increase. And you're going to be using Corrosive once again, which is best for the 2 toughest Ancients on Infested. And once again, put in Infected Clip instead of Malignant Force if you want the most damage. However, you know, the status chance is nice, and I'd really just leave Malignant Force in. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's all you really need to know. And remember, heavy caliber, I used to keep it right around here, like 4 from the top or even 2 from the top, so I could still land headshots on Grenier and Corpus, you know, from like 20 meters away or so. But to be honest, there's only headshots on the Ancients for Infested, and Ancients are really easy to hit anyways, so you can have your heavy caliber up as pretty much as high as you want. And for Corpus, you don't headshot the Corpus anymore, and Moes, you don't need to worry about it. So once again, you could have heavy caliber up all the way. So only Grenier, if you like to snipe and do headshots, you might not want to take heavy caliber up all the way. But if you are doing endless survival and defense, you have to take it up all the way. You need that max damage if you're trying to do them few hours survival and defense runs. But that's only going to be about 5% of the community, maybe 3%, that can do, you know, like a few hours of survival and defense. Alright. Sorry this was, you know, kind of boring. This isn't a newer Soma video that I planned on doing. I had to do this updated guide because it was a subscriber's request, and I always try to help out my subscribers no matter what it is. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned. I do have a great Tices video coming out for you right after this. Alright, catch you guys later. Peace.